Good evening, folks. This is Deb and Dave, and here we are on New Year's Eve, and we are introducing a new video series of shorts called The Sad State of the GOP. Tonight's sad state of the GOP is Colorado, and it goes deeper than Lauren Boebert, although she is definitely part of the mix that makes things very sorry there. Here's Dave.
So I keep seeing on Twitter, Facebook, social media, how can Lauren Boebert switch districts? Which, by the way, it happens all the time uh, on both sides of the aisle. Sometimes people move, whatever. Way is
And
it? It's
and 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 sometimes it is in response to gerrymandering.
right,
Gerrymandering when
right.
someone is essentially taken out of their seat,
Yep,
as we will see somewhere down the line is happening in Georgia to a Democrat.
right. However, this is not the case with Lauren Boebert, who, by the way, is not a firebrand. She's just got a big mouth.
Yeah, a
But
firebrand is not a bad term. See, that's
no,
the thing. The media dances around. They get their F's mixed up. There's a difference between firebrand and fascist. Okay, that's where the media gets all screwed up.
but Lauren Boebert is switching from Colorado third, basically giving up the Colorado third. So thank you, Lauren Boebert, for the uh, New Year's New Year's Eve or Christmas gift. But here is the problem. People think that Lauren Boebert losing is a victory. Goes deeper than that. The the Colorado fourth is the most right leaning uh, district in that state. So you have one head of the snake cut off. You have about five or six that are willing to take the place of Lauren Boebert, including but not limited to Marielle Bailey, who is a former congressional staffer and has worked for Nicole Malliotakis, also Mike Kaufman, Corey Gardner, and Victoria Spartz. We have uh, Ted Harvey, who uh, who has spent years since his Colorado House of Representatives stints in 2001 to be a political consultant and served as chairman of the committee to defeat the Democratic president PAC, and he's endorsing Donald Trump for his 2024 campaign. We have Richard Holtorf, who is billing himself as a no nonsense conservative. And guess where he's going? Uh, he dropped his firearm in a public area during a House chamber and was reprimanded using a racial slur during a heated discussion on the House floor. We have Trent Lazy, who uh, who is running as a far right conservative, and he has a social media company called Firefox Media, promotes the America First agenda, and he is uh, spearheading a trucker strike to counteract the court decision to keep Trump off the ballot. We also have some a radio host person as well, Deborah Flora, who is a conservative KNUS radio host. So she has a media outlet, putting the microphone aside to run for public office. Okay. So uh, a conservative fighter who's fighting back against President Joe Biden's racial or radical agenda, rather. So, okay, right. You have
Radical
Lauren
agenda.
Boebert, Lauren Boebert leaving, but you have a lot of loonies willing to step up to the plate.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not saying uh, Adam Frisch winning the third, and he is the presumed winner of that race so far. I'm not saying that's not a victory, but remember, we have to be aware of all of these up and coming people before they they rise to power. So we know what we're dealing with. I'm not saying Lauren Boebert not being in office won't be a great thing, but you also have to be careful of who's going to be taking her place.
right. So we know that there was already somebody challenging her in the third from the
Yep,
Republican side.
right,
We know Adam Frisch has a decent chance of winning there. I'm not counting any chickens before they hatch.
right,
People, here's my message to you. Don't just assume because Lauren Boebert is moving now to another district that can all take it easy in the third district and not
right.
bother to go out and vote. I'm going to tell you right now that mindset needs to goddamn change. Okay, I'm going to keep hammering this home. I don't care who likes it. I made another plea on Tribal this morning, and some guy said, he didn't want to be hit over the head with this until November. Well, I said, so then unsubscribe me. I said, I don't care because I'm going to keep saying this until November. I don't care who likes it and who doesn't. Um, but the fact is, if you want Adam Frisch to win now that Lauren Boebert is gone, if you want him to be a sure thing, get your ass out and vote. Simple as that. But
Right.
understand that all she did was move herself into a more conservative district. So whether she wins or not in the fourth district, there's garbage coming out of that district, no matter how you look at it. So we don't know what's going to happen to her in the fourth district. A lot of people, including the head of the Colorado GOP, doesn't think it was a good tactical move for her. So we'll just have to see how that plays out.
But just because she loses doesn't mean we win in the Colorado fourth.
Right.
That
We don't win on the Colorado fourth. There's
and
no people who are not MAGA who win in the Colorado fourth. Okay. Unless a Democrat wins in the Colorado fourth.
and right now they're running a progressive, which is fine. You have to run a message candidate and you have to continue to pound on the door.
Right. So that is where we are. Are we done here? We're done with this one?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. We'll see you soon.